People who cheat in a relationship. Why? Mostly what the top person said. Just get caught up in other bullshit and become an absolute idiot. I've done it, and had it done to me. Not something I ever want to do based on having to deal with the aftermath heartache. Learned you want to treat people as you treat others. I never want to get cheated on again based on sadness, so I'll never do it again to put someone else in those shoes. I'm not cheating, but I'm seeing someone who is cheating on her partner. She's Indian and is in an arranged marriage sort of situation and I'm a white guy. She has to be with him but wants me, so we have been seeing each other in secret for the past 6 months. TBH, it's hardly a secret at this point because some of their friends know. Horrible situation to be in for everyone involved. Got cheated on first. So revenge cheated. Got cheated on again, so did the same again. We got married. We had kids. Cheating is no longer an option for either of us because the fallout from such a thing would tear our family apart. Also, we are in our 40s and are no longer losing sexiness. We aren't as fit and we don't put ourselves in situations where cheating could occasionally. The thrill of the chase and thinking in all the places in the world with all the people in the world, the probabilities of getting busted is 0.001. Of course this is never the case and no one thinks of how much guilt will play on their soul, so they either dob themselves to clear their conscience paranoia or their personality changes somewhat from it by keeping the secret. Wow, the reasoning of the comments is really creepy. People justifying betraying their partner with being offended by them before. Or because she wanted to wait until marriage. Followed by a recommendation to get her drunk and try to change her mind. X200B. You guys did not betray your partners by cheating. You are betraying them by treating them like shit. I cheated on 2 of my girlfriends with the same girl. I had problems with both of those girlfriends and where they shut down completely emotionally and I could never share anything with them. All the struggles I went through, they were practically the same girl, and the girl I cheated with is my best friend who I could go to with those issues and let me talk and vent. I've cheated in every relationship I've had. There isn't a reason behind it. It's just the way I am. I have low self-esteem among other stuff. Also never been to therapy, but I guess I just want to boost my ego. I always end up feeling miserable for a couple of days, but then the feeling brushes off and I'm up to it again. I don't even plan it, but also I don't stop it, cause I felt that it would be the step to set me free. I was in a super abusive relationship, and I was 17. I was scared to leave cause he threatened me with self-harm and suicide. It was dumb, I never should have done it, he never found out. It resulted in karma as well if you want to consider a later rape incident I had with the dude I cheated with at. Ask my ex. Son of a bitch had no conscience, lying to me over and over again since the beginning of our relationship. Felt like it was built from lies. I don't even know how many women he was courting. Sure does not look like the type to do that, but man, the fact that he was so comfortable with doing it while pretending to be a good guy is so twisted. My thinking was always it has absolutely zero effect on my feelings for my partner, so if she never finds out, it may as well never have happened. Something along the lines of a tree falling over in a forest miles from anywhere. The people I had sex with meant absolutely nothing to me. It was like masturbation but using a human body. For 1.5 years, every time she started a fight with me, the first thing she said was, "There's another woman, isn't there?" So when a lady started working at my job that we both found each other attractive, we started knocking boots every day after work. I figured I'm getting accused of it, might as well be guilty of it. It was a silly mistake according to my ex. A silly mistake to me is forgetting my bus pass or wearing odd socks, not messaging hundreds of other girls, meeting them, telling them they're the loveliest girl in the world, etc. And cheaters are horrible and shouldn't be in relationships if they can't keep it in their pants. Because I was unhappy, didn't communicate it to my partner at the time, and I was incredibly insecure. Led me to do stupid things and hurt a bunch of people. I'm learning a lot about myself through therapy and trying to love and be kind to myself. I'm never going to make that mistake again and hurt someone. In high school I didn't cheat, but I was the other guy. Her boyfriends knew she was interested in me and would literally send me death threats and try to fight me just for saying hi as I was walking past. I wasn't going to fuck their girlfriend, but after that I sure as shit did. Eat shit. I just like sex and want what I want when I want it. I am not exactly proud of just how many times I have cheated, and eventually went the ethical non-monogamous route where my partner knows when I am going out for some extracurricular fun with permission. It's a lot easier and less stressful. I cheated because I was cheated on first and I felt wronged. It didn't make it right. And ultimately it changed my entire perspective on women in general. I don't even associate with women in or under my age bracket anymore. I always aim for older now. Even in platonic social settings. I walked in on her with a coworker, so I revenge cheated with someone close to her. It created a triangle of emotional damage. But I learned how to process the bad stuff in a healthier way once the dust settled from the three of us destroying each other. I hadn't yet learned how my actions can affect other people. I didn't have the emotional intelligence to understand that what I was doing could damage another person deeply and permanently. As with most lessons in my life, it was learned the hard way, because when I asked the cops for help as my accommodation fell through when I was traveling, their advice was to sleep with someone. Even though I was like, that's fucked. I did eventually give up all hope that night and slept with someone. I fell in love with another, and she fell in love with me. We had an affair for 2 weeks, then both left and apologized to our previous partners. Now we are over a year together and really happy with each other. Never had any temptations since. I was in a manic episode, and just called up all my guy friends to hook up with me. At least one unscrupulous dude bid on the opportunity, so I called my BF and declared I was breaking up with him because he was too boring. I did not cheat, but for some reason I got accused of doing that in one of our last fights. We had a sexless relationship, so maybe she thought she'd go and find it somewhere else? Am extremely awkward, we girls. I was selfish. I can think of 100 reasons why I did, but in the end I was just selfish. I do not have many regrets in my life, but that one will stay with me forever. A life lesson learned the hard way. I was young and horny. Got attention from another girl and one thing lead to another. I saw how much I hurt both of them. Never done it again since. I still feel bad about it 20 years later. Stupid. Now for the last couple months I've been trying my best to make her happy and build the trust back. I was too stupid to realize it back then, but she's who I want to spend my life with, because I was a dickhead who thought sex was the same as affection. There are reasons for that, but I'm not going to make excuses. That said, I have been faithful for 25 years. He had a side chick who was my best friend. She thought we were in a poly relationship, but it was just him who wanted us both, so I cheated on him with her and stole a side chick. Wasn't happy in my relationship. Found someone and got a place together. She was a great woman and I ruined that by going back to the bad relationship. Can confirm I'm an idiot. I was trying to break up with him many times as I saw we weren't a match. He didn't want to let me go, so I cheated. Not proud of myself, but I'm glad I got out. Embarrassed smiley face. My spouse said over and over that we're just roommates. Also, her lover tried to kill me. While I am not saying it's justified, I believe God will understand. I find it extremely hard to emotionally control myself. I'm insecure about a ton of shit and afraid of what life is. It all came together and I lashed out. Because there's no sacred intimate Disney relationship. Only two imperfect people struggling to meet their ideals and process their desires. Relationship was already over for my part, and I ended things the next time I saw her. Could have handled it better, but I was 20 and dumb. Not cheated, but cheated on. Turns out she was in a relationship with me just to get my best friend's attention and then left me for him. It was no one's fault but my own. Someone who I had thought would never re-enter my life did so at the worst moment and I was weak. Personal tragedy happened and I used that as an excuse to fuck around. Emotionally. But you know, tomato, because they got the emotional support they needed from someone else, which was not being fulfilled by the partner. He cheated on me, so I didn't think loyalty was something he valued, and I had a lot of opportunities, so I took one. Wives or husbands who cheated. Why? I think I would be healthier mentally if my dad didn't leave us for a woman.